After many long hours of hard work and determination, and several cups of tea, David 4.0 is complete. I got a lot of this done on a live stream, a lot of it done between episodes as well, but we have one fully working copper aging setup, fully automated from the process of putting copper blocks in here, and then it returns them, and you just mine them out from this area behind the obsidian here. This has taken a lot of work and a lot of redstone. Also a lot of wooden shovels. I need to go into my stats real quickly to see how many times I have crafted a wooden shovel, because it's got to be pretty high at this point. Yep, 731. That is the most wooden shovels I have ever made for anything ever. But as usual, we are not done. There are a couple of other redstone touches I want to add to this, but I mostly want to decorate it. And I think in this case, the decoration is going to be informed by the functionality of the machine itself. Take this area here, for example. When each of these copper blocks is originally added to the circuit, the slime block shifts back one block, and so does the honey block over here. And any non-pullable blocks, which are going to be placed above these as a floor, are going to be pulled with them. So the question is, do we keep that part of the machinery and have one block that slides around constantly? Or alternatively, do we use a non-pullable block like glazed terracotta or melons or something like that in the design of the floor for this contraption? One thing I know for certain is that we want glass over the main copper aging area, and the main reason for that is so that we can observe whether or not the copper has aged before it makes it into the system. Imagine, for example, that this one has made it into the system already aged one stage, like on the flying machine, it's become exposed copper. I have a failsafe in mind for that. These buttons on top of the calcite blocks will advance the counters by one, so this is supposed to only have one wooden shovel in this top dropper, indicating that it only has one stage left before it gets ejected by the machine. All I have to do is tap that button once, and now we're at the appropriate age for this. If I saw a fully oxidized copper block that hadn't been ejected by the system, I would just come over here, press that button, and the machine would eject it. But of course, in order to see that the oxidized copper had not been ejected by the system, I need some glass. I need a glass floor in there, basically. This one, like the one that we just dealt with, has one exposed copper block down there that is yet to be fully oxidized. So we can expect that one to return fairly soon as well. And while we're down here, we can remove all of the copper from both of these machines, netting us 36 more blocks of copper. My approach to decorating this area is also going to take into account copper collection. And while it would be really cool to have something to feed tape all of this copper off and send it over to a blast chamber, I do think that's a lot of extra redstone engineering that I don't feel like doing for this particular project. But one of the things I want to do is have a way for players to run around and break those from floor level, perhaps even up here, and then have allays collecting the copper for you. Because I have 4 allays upstairs, they're not really doing a whole lot right now. Despite what Doc M said in that one episode, we're not really going to use them for duplicating items. It seems a little bit too cheaty to do that. And so I want them down here collecting up all of the oxidized copper if a player is not going to be running around on the floor collecting it themselves. And it seems like if there's something we can automate in that sense, we probably should. But these are ready to get sent off. All of those have reset thanks to the observer down here, which is sending a reset signal to the droppers every time a copper block runs over it on the return, which is about 9 or 10 times, I think, which means it pulses more times than it needs to, but honestly, that's absolutely fine. It doesn't need a precise reset signal, it just needs all of the spoons back in the top dropper. And we can send this one off as well, and this should all have functioned perfectly. I need to light this area up a little better as well, but overall, I think this is a grand success. We even have a couple of empty lines down here, just in case anybody else wants to come down here and age their copper. And to that effect, I do need to write up the instruction book that Joe Hill said he was going to stress test for me. But I would like there to be some sort of signal that identifies whether or not there is a flying machine waiting to be used, or at least when the copper blocks have been returned fully oxidized from one of the aging rows. So I think I need to work a little bit on that. The redstone is not entirely done, but at least as far as having a functional system goes, the system works. So that is your David update, and I hope you enjoyed it, because there are some people in the comments of these videos who are as affectionate about this machine as I am. Something tells me this isn't the last time I'll rebuild this, but in the meantime, I've been up to some other stuff.
Hello!
Oh. Hi! I was just coming out for a breath of fresh air. I've been down there for a while.
Oh man, it's also really fresh out here, and I'm getting wet. I'm going back in.
Yeah, might as well take cover while we can. It doesn't rain much in the savannah, but when it does, it's like monsoon season out there.
Yeah, it's very dark and scary. I'm all moist.
You usually are, to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair. Oh, I've come with some very important situational news right now.
Okay, fill me in.
Okay, I took some samples of this rift, and I want to investigate it to help everyone out because I think the crazier things are going to happen, and I think we need to get to the bottom of this before anything goes further.
Yeah, I mean, 13 new people turned up. Who knows what's going to happen next, right?
Yeah, I'm scared, okay? So far, everyone's been really, really nice, but you never know. Maybe somebody is affected weirdly from this rift, and things might go crazy.
I guess you're putting together a team?
Yeah, I need a team. And you know what? The first person I thought of, I was like, who's the smartest person that I know that is going to make sure that we don't do anything stupid? And that's you.
Oh, well, I'm kind of surprised, I guess, but no, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll definitely be getting involved, and the rift is kind of an interesting case, so I'd really like to see if we can crack it.
Okay, that's perfect. So meet me in Sanctuary in about 30 minutes. Okay, I'm going to gather the rest of the team, and we'll go over some details and things we could do to help.
Sounds good. If I could salute in Minecraft, I'd be saluting right now.
Salute! Okay, a quick bow. Then.
There we go. Very formal, yeah.
Very formal. It's a curtsy. It's fine.
All right, I'll see you in Sanctuary in a bit, yeah?
All right, I'll see you soon. You guys are here.
Yeah, here we are.
Pix!
Oh.
Come on in.
You gotta give me a bit more notice than
Your
that.
arms were not awaiting at all. I probably should have gone for the muscly lady, not for the...
Yeah,
I mean,
to be fair,
muscly. You're normal.
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here
you're
being
I'm
smart
just
with my
petite
weedy arms.
and obnoxiously strong, okay? I'm not
I
like
see.
Shrek.
So I
is
got
true.
confused. Now I know. Now I'm looking and I see it. You just look normal, actually.
Joel is like Shrek. We know this.
Joel is like Shrek. I miss the good old days.
Good old days.
Why have you brought us here? Mythical
Oh.
J Sausage.
That is me. That is my name. Well, this is the L.O.R.E building right
Of course
here.
it is. Yeah.
It stands
Makes
for
sense.
Logistics of... Hold on, where's my paper? This is the Logistics and Observation of the Rift Enigma building. Yes.
Makes
The
sense.
Orion
Yep.
sound.
Come on in. This is where we're studying the
Oh, it's like
okay.
Iron Man.
Rift. Yes.
And
That is Mark II
it's
right there.
Iron Man, but weirdly naked. Like.
Yeah, oh. Yeah, it's magical. He has a magical outfit on.
It's like the Emperor's New Clothes kind of situation where it's a magical set of clothes that you can't actually see.
Yeah, and actually I put these note blocks down there just because I knew you guys were going to play with it, so there it is. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you. This
no.
is great. I'm much more
Thank you.
invested in what you're saying now,
To be
Sausage.
fair,
Yes.
fidget
I
toys
like
are an
this.
important part of a modern office environment. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is what we do.
Hold on. Play me a C.
Wait, what?
Right here is a piece of the rift
Oh.
right there.
Oh.
I didn't realize
Oh.
that was an actual piece. So you gave it to the statue
Yeah.
to hold.
Yeah. It's a magical
Anyone
statue
could take
protected by
that.
magic.
That's
No,
crazy.
it's magical. It's untaken.
Catherine, would you like to
So
prove
what
him
happens
wrong?
if I click on it, huh?
I did pull
Come
a
this way.
leather tunic out of the rift. Weirdly, like I don't know,
Oh, yeah,
quite how
it's,
that happens.
Oh wait, he is supposed to be dressed.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's invisible armor is making this very weird for me.
Then why would you put? Sausage, you run invisible armor. Why would you even put armor on it?
It's for the, it's just for magical purposes. Don't even worry about it.
Sorry, we're ruining your bit. Carry on, King. What
Carry
is
on.
law?
Come with me, and also I have a few more bits of pieces of the rift. This is a rail that was
This
there.
is where my third place trophy from Lizzie's vegetable competition went.
That wasn't that. This is a piece of the rift. This was actually connected to the wall.
Yeah,
And
there
then also
was-
a piece of the stone.
There was that kind of amethyst-like growth around the outside of it. I
Yup,
wonder if
that's
that's
one of
like
them.
kind of weird interspatial crystallizations.
Probably.
Yeah.
That sounds clever. I
Yeah,
just thought
that's-
it was gloop.
I'm here
That's
to
why I
make.
got him here.
I'm here to
But we
invent phrases like this.
Yeah.
I thought we could maybe sell it if you got more of them.
Don't you sell that. That could be very important to fixing this whole thing, okay? And to make sure that we know why these people are here.
I've only met like 2 of them. You're saying there's more than 2 of them?
There's a lot of them,
There's
Ollie.
like-
There's
There's a lot.
I've met 3.
Come
Yeah,
with
the-
me.
3?
I
You're
have-
winning
Yeah.
then. You're
Follow
winning.
me. I have a whole list. Come with me. Let me show you my
Oh.
Rift Chronicles.
Oh,
this
he's
is our
got.
study office.
This man's
This
got
is our study-
chronicles.
Wow.
Space
Oh,
ceiling.
I like it. Yeah, that's arcade ceiling right there.
Is there anything in this book?
Wait, what's an arcade? No, the book is up here. Come with me to the Chronicle
Oh, there's
building.
a tower.
There's a book on a lectern there, and that wasn't even the Chronicles. Hello.
This is everybody that I've met so far. I think I'm missing some.
Pearl. Looks a lot like Santa Pearl. Used to be
She
a
does,
fair question
weirdly
mark.
enough.
Hey, I met that Santa Perla. She looks like the person that threw me off a cloud, but she's not. That's what I learned.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you told me about when you came?
Yeah, the one
over?
I taught you about. Yeah.
I thought you were
Turns
just
out
going
different
crazy.
people. Turns out it's just like two people with the same outfit.
Weird mistaken identity stuff seems to be coming up here. I have a suspicious feeling that we're dealing with like parallel universes of some kind.
Shapeshifters. We're dealing with shapeshifters, Sausage.
I mean, maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, you know
The
what? False
Rifties.
was a little weird.
Rifties.
Yeah. Oh, they are the Rifties. We're calling that then. Let me write this down. Hold on, let me write this
The
down.
rift.
How
Well,
mysterious.
I already know that Pearl Cup and Impulse are all
that your
very
mystery
good at
hat?
keeping secrets.
Yeah, it goes up and makes a funny noise when I see something mysterious.
It goes,
It'll go back down again now. Yeah, it erects.
It's at half mast right now. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Not you this time, Sausage. I'm having a funny one of our modes with someone else this time.
But I think there's two falses.
Okay. Which one do we like better?
I think maybe the one with the goggles. Well, I think we should do this. Let's go check out that rift one more time.
Why have you
Let's
put
see
this
if
here? Is
there's
this
anything
important?
new that's been happening.
This is our plan of action, written here in gold,
Oh.
inscribed
God,
on
we're
this.
so...
Plan.
Catherine,
We're a
don't
wealthy
stand on the plan.
organization.
It's the planned plate.
You want the hat
Take
too?
it.
Hold on. You can go full bard if you want, Catherine.
It's mine.
Didn't
Well,
even want
that's
it.
illegal. Jimmy will get upset.
That's true. This is against the law. I've tripped over again.
La, la,
There you go.
la,
Have the
la,
hat
la,
as well.
la,
If you look like a
la,
bard,
la,
look
la,
proper.
la, la. Okay.
To be fair, we're dealing with some kind of interdimensional crisis. What's a little bit of law breaking, you know?
It's hard to listen to you when the beautiful
This is
singing
the
is going
greatest
on.
song I've ever heard in my life.
You're welcome. Where's my money?
I think everyone used all their money on the festival.
Yeah, I was going to say that
Yeah.
that barely worked for
Okay.
Ollie. I don't think it's going to work for you
There
right
you
now.
You can-
Here you
A lot of
You can
people
have
asked for
a total of a
refunds, and I
dime.
refused.
Ah,
Thank you.
Ah, it's mine. Okay,
I'll
let's
have
go
a
over
try.
this. Come on, let's
Yeah.
go.
Suits you,
Let's
sir.
go.
I've got a scholarly air about me now. Oh, they've gone.
Are they looking at us
Whoa.
funny? Are they...
Wait,
Hey,
what happened?
hey, hold on.
This
They're
is
looking at us
broken.
funny.
People have been putting notes on the rift. I don't think we should be using
What
this thing
is
as
that?
a community notice board.
And if
Here,
you
it's all
smell
right.
it smells
Rifty.
odd.
Yeah, it smells dead.
It smells like
This is the
dew
piece
and
I
moss
took.
on a summer's day.
The Hermits said it died like shortly after they came through. So,
Do you think they all farted at the same time or something?
I mean,
Yeah.
No, I think they
Nasty.
sucked out the goo. I think they drank
Maybe
it to
that's
death.
all their fart gas. You know, I don't know.
I did hear a rumor that there was passing of gas as they came through.
Oh,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
We are being spied on. There is eyes on us right now. Is that which
Oh, no.
which false
Who?
is that?
Huh?
Which false is that?
I can't tell
I
which
think
false
that's
that is.
I think that's Empire's false.
Hello.
I think that's our
Are you
false.
sure?
Hey,
Hey,
you were doing
you!
important law business. Get out of here.
What is this false doing?
Strum off. It's one of the things I say. I got a guitar.
Nice, thematic.
Are you spying on us or what? Hey, we're doing
Which
important
false is this?
rift business, huh?
What do you mean,
Yeah.
what false is this? I'm
Which
false.
false is this?
I'm the false.
Are you the false that illegally parked your car, or are you the false that didn't illegally park your car?
The car.
You're the car.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, perfect.
We like you, then you can stay.
It's the sheriff's job to keep charge of crimes. Like we don't care about crimes.
Yeah, I know, you can
we're
do
here
any
to
crime you
investigate things.
There were
Oh,
no
yeah, with the other
parking
law,
bays.
aren't we?
There was
We are the other
nowhere
law.
to park the car. So technically, it's your own fault.
Yeah.
That is true, but
is
I'd
true.
argue that
We
I
should
didn't
work
know
it
that
out.
cars existed at that point.
Well,
Cars are a new
Cars didn't
thing.
exist in my canon yet, False.
you're welcome. They do now.
Ooh.
Well, have you seen the fact that the rift is all dark and weird now?
Yeah.
It was pretty and
no.
purple before, and now it's all dark and
Well,
weird.
look that way. It's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, no, I can tell. No, it is different.
I was hired
There's
to this
also a sign on
organization
it.
to be the smart man, and I'm saying it's dark and weird now.
Yeah,
Well, the
that's
sign
what
is. I think the sign is the Rifties' behavior. The Rifties have been doing weird things.
And I'm saying it's
leaving
dark now
signs?
because I think everybody farted on it at the same time.
Catherine does keep saying that, and I keep saying that's probably not the reason, but Catherine doesn't want to listen.
Listen.
I mean,
They all made a weird noise. What do you think the
They
weird noise
did.
was?
Oh, you're
Their
talking
butts.
about the noise
Okay,
that happened
Ollie?
when they came
It was their butts.
through. Yeah.
It was the
Oh,
big
that
noise, yeah.
noise.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I heard that noise from my Empire.
But it seems to
Yeah,
have
it doesn't even have
expended
that echo
all of
anymore.
its energy sending those people through. Like, it seems like there was a limited reserve of energy there, and that's just been depleted.
It didn't even take any of the chicken I just threw in.
Yeah,
Which indicates
no.
that it's not hungry
I actually
like it was
It's not
before.
hungry.
Because
Wait,
last
wait,
time
wait,
it ate a pig and it ate a fox.
And
Do you
12
think we
eggs.
can turn it back on?
I don't know. Can we turn it back on?
I
Punch
don't
it.
know. Do you have any ideas?
You want
Have
to
we-
fart on it? Ollie, sing to it.
Yeah, no, Ollie's
I think-
singing might have been the catalyst the last time. 'cause
I
that's
think
when the
that
note
might
came
have
through.
been what broke. I would like to argue. I think if that's what broke
try
it, it might make things worse.
Try.
Well,
I
it's-
don't.
Try it.
This is a loss of
Try
pressure.
it.
This is a loss of. We've
Just
talked
a
about the
quick,
pressure.
a quick ditty, a quick
It's
test.
for
and it-
science.
It can't have
Try
been
it.
what broke it, because it broke
God,
after they all
alright.
came through, and you weren't there for that.
Yeah, to power
Oh,
it back
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Ooh, she's a lovely rift. she should turn back on. Please, Rift. What you doing? You silly Rifts. Go big again, please. I beg. Ooh, yeah,
Oh, I
sing
heard a
it.
sound. I heard a sound.
It was me. I did the sound.
Yeah, it was you. It was
That was. That was.
That was a good try, though.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
Yeah,
Evidently
good,
it-
good go.
What can you do, eh?
it's a good first step.
if it is musically activated, it clearly needs something a little bit more powerful. But
Like
I don't
a
know.
boombox.
I was going to say like maybe a full
Yeah.
band needs to assemble or something.
Heavy
but-
metal.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely
Interesting.
false. That you're speaking my language.
Rift Band
We need
unites.
to electrify this man.
beatboxing.
He needs to be like
I
Dylan
play
when
the
Dylan
drums
went
with my
electric.
axe.
Yes.
If you want the drums to last about 3 seconds, but sure.
You gotta get some steel drums for that.
Maybe we should ask the Rifties about what the other side was like, because we don't really know what everything looked like on their side. We just know what it looked like on our side. Could they be different?
I assumed it just looked like
That's
ours,
true.
but worse.
I mean,
Because how could it be better when we live in such wonder and goodness?
yeah. Well, I
I
suppose
live
that's
in a tent.
it's at least worth asking, right? So I think we should probably go and interview a couple of them and see what they thought.
Do we reckon that's them over there? Because that wasn't there when I ran the festival.
Yeah,
ground.
wow,
I built this
they've worked fast.
Oh,
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
They have diamonds on. Just. Is that
I'm
diamonds?
going
That's
to
Prismarine.
investigate.
That's Prismarine, Ollie. It's fine.
Investigate diamonds.
Oi,
Oh.
Pix,
Oh, that's-
this ain't Prismarine.
That's diamonds. I was looking at the trim for that house and was like, does Ollie think there are diamond slabs?
I worked hard for my diamonds. They just have
Wow.
They seem to really value diamonds in general, right? So I
Yeah,
think
they
like
keep telling me they love
this is like a
odd.
show
this. I
of wealth.
value diamonds. This is a joke.
I like diamonds.
Yeah, but
'cause
you're
they're
a,
pretty
you're a
and
traveling
shiny,
musician. You're a
but
mercenary.
I don't
You need
them.
some bling bling and some flash to sell your act. The rest
I
of
do
us
need
don't-
some bling bling and some flash. That's what I've been saying for years.
The rest of us don't really like worry about diamonds all that much.
Danger, danger above, danger above.
Oh dear.
Lawmen assemble.
Sure.
Don't
Why do you have to make us up
worry.
recently?
Don't worry.
Catherine's archery game prepared me for this.
Danger.
No! Oh my goodness. Well, they're not they're not going to be too friendly to
sorry.
us if we keep blowing up their stuff.
I chose escape over helping. So they fair game to rob or what?
I mean, I did just take some of their dirt to repair the hole that we made with the creeper, but I
Because
think
they've
that's...
got redstone. They got lava. They got it all.
I could use some redstone, but I'm not keen on just taking it from them right now.
Yeah. I don't
mean,
want to be
That's
the
crazy
creepy
because
ass.
they came in and immediately started talking about community chests that they could borrow from.
Yeah, I mean,
and they
to-
were our houses.
But to be fair,
Oh, yeah, they did
that's
take all my
not
stuff.
the Empire's way, right? We got to trade it for something, surely.
That's true.
There you go,
Oh,
Ollie.
God.
You got a spider
Oh,
right now.
string.
All right. Well, this was a good first meeting, folks. I think we've made some real progress here.
Yup.
Yeah.
Now we know this is off,
And
and they're starting
Ah.
some kind of skulk farm.
yeah, with sheep, no
And
less.
they have things that we could borrow if they perhaps went bad.
Oh yes, if they went bad, of course. Of course.
Only if they go bad should we steal. That's
Yeah.
what I've learned.
Oh, there you are.
Hey,
I was
you made
looking
it.
for you. I could not find you. I'm like, huh? So I need your help, good sir. I'm lost.
Give me 2 seconds to finish tidying up, and I'll be right with you. Got to reseat the beacon over here somewhere. Boop. There we go. All right. I
Okay, cool.
just had a massive iron beacon in the middle. Oh, there you go. Free achievement. Easily solved.
Oh, I'm like, wow. Okay, well, I'm moving fast over here, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So so you want a bit of a tour? You want to be shown around? You want to know where the stuff
a little
is?
bit. Yes, sir. I was here the first day, and then I immediately got sick.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can still hear my voice. And I'm like, now I'm on the server, and everybody's doing things, and I'm totally lost. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it's awesome.
So I don't know what the Hermits are doing because you guys seem to move way faster than everybody on Empires does. So, like across the bridge on the other side, there seems to be like a Hermit Empire forming, and there's probably farms
Yeah,
there
yeah.
that I don't even know about. But the rest of the stuff I can show you around. You got wings, at
Perfect.
least. So
I've got wings. They don't have mending.
Okay.
Or unbreaking. And I have 9 rockets. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right.
Yeah. It's getting set up. I will. I have a rocket box that I can grab you some out of, so that you're not just like lagging
such a
behind
savior.
here. There
Thank
you go.
you.
Grab a stack. Help yourself.
Thank you very, very much.
It's fine. Give me a second to put the iron away from this beacon, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to think where we
what-
should start. Like, is there anything in particular you really need right now, or are you just like looking to get the lay of the land?
I kind of already got the lay of the land with the kind of the first day tour things. Like, kind of show me the nitty gritty, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Some farms, like XP where you guys get your XP, things like that, where I could help myself. Maybe I don't have any diamonds, so if I have to buy gunpowder, I'm gonna have to go mining, which is no big deal. But...
Yeah, well, we kind of tend to trade more than buy stuff with diamonds, but I don't know. Depends what the economy does now you guys are here. In the meantime, I will grab a if we can grab a boat, I'll take you over to my froglight farm first because I actually need to go back there. I left my shulker of froglights over there, so that'll be a good place to start with like a weird a weird aesthetic farm somewhere in the nether. Sorry, my bow skills are off base today.
I'm just gonna hide.
Yeah, no,
it
that's
seems
fine.
way easier.
That's fine. All right, if you ever feel like doing me a favor, AFK here for a while because froglights are kind of the thing that I trade so far.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just like, if you got a couple hours, just, hang out here for a while.
I have slabbed this area so much to try and get them to not spawn in little areas like this, just so they spawn on the flat area of the farm.
Oh, yeah.
Because these two golems just like lure them into pits, and then there's frogs down there eating all the little guys.
This is actually quite clever. It's a very sort of simple build, but I bet it's probably very effective, isn't it?
Yeah, come on down here. Come down the trapdoor, and I'll retrieve... my shulker box. Yes, I left it down here with an ender chest. So from the nether roof, everything is pretty easy to find. We kind of built this like hub structure, and then the carpet leads out in all different directions to people's bases. This is probably the main source of like XP. If you want XP on like a large scale, you want to repair tools.
Oh, that's perfect. I need that.
Yeah. Pretty standard donut gold farm situation. And I think Joel owns all the gold because that's what he trades. So you might have to ask him before you take resources from the farm. But for XP, it's fair game.
How about gunpowder? That would be very helpful.
Gunpowder is in one of two places, and I'm not sure who the best person is to go to. But let's go to Jimmy first.
Oh wow, this looks great. The instant Toy Story vibes.
Don't say that when Jimmy's around, but yes.
Is that like a forbidden word?
Yeah, no, he's very keen on letting people know that he is not a toy.
Oh no.
So ignore the fact that he has Andy's wallpaper around that whole section. I think
Joel, the alien over there.
Yeah, the alien. Yeah. There's a snake in a boot somewhere as well. Like it's a whole thing, dude. We've been teasing him about it all season. So in here, it is as usual completely empty. So Jimmy ostensibly sells gunpowder, but he has a really see that where the water tower is. If you back up a little bit, you can see it up there.
Yeah.
That has his gunpowder farm underneath it, but he hasn't done a great deal of spawn proofing, and so basically the entire mesa at night makes that farm completely unviable.
Oh no.
So the real gunpowder farm, we actually have to go back to the nether roof and go back out to Sanctuary because it's really close by. So the funniest thing about this being part of Joey's empire is that the best place to see it is from Sausage's base.
When me and Corrales came here at first, he was like, across the way is Joey there.
Oh, and there's a new ship is docked nearby. I wonder whose that is.
I believe that is the Hermits. I think this is X and Cleo.
And they've already mounted Joey's head to the front of the ship.
Oh my God.
Think, evidently that collab went well. I gotta go check that out. That's gotta be pretty funny. Yeah, there's a trapdoor here that leads down. So underneath this lighthouse is basically where the creeper farm is.
What is the etiquette for using this, or do I just sort of AFK here to replace what I take, or do I pay for it, or?
I mean, I'm sure he'd be fine with you AFKing here for a little while. I think if you want to take something, then at least, bring something to drop off. I'm going to bust out my ender chest. I'll probably leave a stack of froglights, and I'll take maybe, 3 or 4 stacks of gunpowder.
Okay. So it's kind of like a trading system then, right?
Or
bartering almost?
We kind of barter for stuff, yeah. We never saw the need for, a central currency because all of our empires are, different nations, and you feel like we'd all have different currency anyway.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, because I was kind of curious. I didn't want to be like that guy that just come in here and take stuff and leave.
Yeah.
I'm just going to borrow this. I'll be back. So I guess I better figure out something to give him, huh? The tour was immensely helpful. I appreciate all of the help. Here, have a rocket for your troubles. The rocket that you gave me, I'm going to give back to you. Because I'm that kind of guy. No, seriously, thank you so much for the help, man.
Yeah, no worries. Don't be a stranger. I think we can probably team up on a couple of things. Because, we're looking around at farms, but, we don't have an Enderman farm. We can probably figure out something to do with that. And there's a ton of other bits and pieces, little gaps that need filling in our overall economy and resource supply and everything. So, see what we can do, huh?
I would love to team up and work with you on an Enderman farm. As you know, that's kind of my thing on the other server. So
yeah, I got some plans. We can make it fun. We can make it a little bit unique. So we'll meet up and talk about that later.
Perfect, man. Thank you again for the help. I'll talk to you later. All right.
Yeah, cool. See you soon.
Bye.
Oh no, here's trouble.
Hey, Pix.
Hello. I was looking around for impulse. I was waiting to see if Hermitcraft recap music was gonna start.
Oh no, just me this time. But it was based on the last visit. I saw that you worked on this amazing like copper ager, and I've got a whole bunch of copper. Would I be able to age it in the machine? I also kind of want to see it work. I got about 6 stacks.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, you got you're doing well. People keep handing me copper lately, so I'm quite surprised that anyone's actually found a use for it. But if you want to use it, then the machine is here.
Wow. Okay,
fully armed and
you were working
operational.
on one side, now the whole thing. I'll tell you who you need to get to test this is Scar.
Yeah, is he the
If
troublemaker?
Scar can follow, if Scar can follow the instructions and not break it, you've passed the test.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'll get Scar and Joe on the case, and we'll see if this thing is truly foolproof.
So you just want to fill this up.
All you need to do is come back up here and do one of your favorite things. Press this button.
This one? I was gonna press that button over there. So
Yeah. Don't press the button over there.
look at it go.
Yeah. It
It's
just
so clever.
it
This
will
is
just grab
so
them
cool.
as it goes. So any ones of these that have a flying machine currently in the dock are free for you to use.
And then when it's done, they automatically come back, and then
Yeah.
you harvest and repeat.
Yep, that should all work automatically now, so you don't need to mess around with any timers or anything. All you've got to do is let it go and mine it once it comes back.
Oh, amazing. Oh, this is amazing. Maybe 2 stacks. There you go. Oh,
Oh,
I broke
yeah,
it.
yeah, okay. You can remove.
I broke it.
You can
I
remove
failed.
that one. Can take that one out, and then we've just got to make sure that these shovels get returned to the top there. But yeah, I'm going to try and make it...
I'm sweating. I broke it immediately.
It's fine. We expected this, didn't we? It's so satisfying every time. Like
It is really... I'm honestly so impressed. This is so cool.
The whole reason I built this a second time was because it's so satisfying to watch to watch it do its thing.
Well, and the more copper you can age, the better.
Yeah, like in theory you can make this room really, really big, and the only limitation would be how close you are to it. You've already filled this one, mate. You just... there isn't a machine here.
I'm not sure I trust myself on this thing.
Yeah,
Okay, hold
see,
on. I can do this. There's a slime block machine here.
Yeah, there you go.
So I could place the copper up to the yellow wall only.
Yep, there you go. There you go. You got it. You're getting there.
And then you hit the boops, and off it goes.
Yep.
And then there's nothing here, but there's some over here. Okay, I can do this. You just have to kind of pay attention, which is maybe an issue.
My next step is probably going to be adding something that indicates when one of these rows has copper blocks in it so that it's full. And probably something to indicate that one of these is returned. Because ideally, I want to cover up some of this so that it looks a little bit more like this just wall that it disappears into and then it comes back as fully aged copper.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, there's something satisfying about the field of machinery as well.
I do like that. I kind of want to do some of it with glass and then some of it so you can still see that there's a machine there.
Yeah.
And obviously, so it doesn't interfere with all of the moving
Oh,
parts.
crazy. This one's ready to go.
Yep, that one's ready to go.
Oof. What happens if it's... I'm terrified that it's not... What if it's not ready to go and I hit and it just... Because if you load this thing incorrectly, does it just explode?
I mean, it doesn't explode. There's no, like... I could have added that, but that was an optional extra I didn't want to.
do you explode? Is that what happens?
I might do. Yeah, no, I've been able to troubleshoot and identify problems with this to a degree where I've surprised myself in how accurately I can diagnose issues now. So, yeah.
That's the beauty of it is that this is your creation, so
Yeah.
you know every little...
It's not like I've
inch of
followed a
it.
tutorial on YouTube and gone, well, I don't know what breaks this. I know exactly what breaks this because I've done it so many times.
Well, you built it and then found out, this doesn't work in 1.19. You made this from scratch. I can't tell you how impressed I am. This is amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, it is my pride and joy. This is my boy, and I will probably make this several more times over my career. But for now, it's doing us proud. And so the following morning, I come back to the computer to find that Grian is AFK under my base. All right, no, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything. That seems a little bit rude to our new guests, but believe me, the temptation was there. And it looks like him AFKing has led to all of this copper aging and safely returning, except for this one. And I'm slightly curious as to why, so I need to diagnose the problem over here, otherwise I risk David's reputation being on the line here. That one is fully aged. Something has gone wrong in here somewhere. That is 3 points. Okay, so maybe this one actually ended up aging before it arrived at the copper aging station. It might have aged whilst on the flying machine. Improbable though that seems, it just hasn't been counted off right. So all we need to do is hit that button, and that one should return as well. But that would be really weird to have AFK'd overnight. Everything else in the room has worked properly, but just one of these modules didn't. Seems like it might have just been some kind of weird quirk of timing, but either way, all of this copper is now ready for Grian to collect, and to be honest, I might collect it for him and leave in a chest up there so that we can reload the machine and use the time wisely, because I've got copper to age too, you know. But in the meantime, I can test out an aspect of the system I've been considering but haven't quite put into action yet, and that is using L.O.R.E to collect some of the copper for me. We're going to leave a fence post down here so that we can tie this guy up, but for now, we're just going to give him one of these oxidized copper blocks, let him off the leash, and then we're just going to break all of the blocks in the room, and don't worry if we pick them up or not. And then maybe with a note block ringing nearby, the L.O.R.Es can drop it in another chest, or maybe they can just deliver it to the player once it's all been collected. And now, standing right here, the L.O.R.E should pick up all of those oxidized copper blocks, and seeing that there's none left to collect, throws them all back to me. And look at that, we have 3 stacks of oxidized copper in our inventory. What a score. For now, we can fill up the machine, and I'll just monitor the behavior of that one misbehaving module to make sure that it was a fluke accident and that nothing else is going to happen with that one. So that was right row 4, maybe the 3rd or 4th module from the end. I think it was this one or the next one over. That has now got 3 shovels in it. We'll check the ones adjacent to it. Yep, those all have 3 shovels as well. Yeah, I think one of the blocks might just have ended up aging before it got here, and that's why we have the buttons on top of these pieces of calcite. Manual ejects, it turns out, are actually quite important. And with the rest of the room all filled up and already aging, I think it's time for me to do something with all the copper I've been harvesting. So after a little bit of time, we have a few of the buildings on the avenue finally starting to take shape, and I like these a lot. I decided to go a little bit extra detailed with this one, so that ideally, when you see stuff like this from a distance, the texture all kind of blends into each other. I expect a lot of people will just be flying over instead of actually using this road, so if you take a look at the house from further away, you start to see all of those white textures blend in with each other, and it just creates this overall style, instead of up close where you tend to see a lot more of the individual blocks and it looks a little bit jumbly. Up close, though, I've decided this style works a little bit better, having larger areas almost like, you know, delineated by the basalt here, and this is something my friend Joel, who I do the podcast with, Joel Duggan, not Joel Smallish Beans, came up with recently for designing one of his mansions on his own server, and this is having blast furnaces as almost like connecting blocks. They provide a really interesting transition between darker sections of material and lighter sections of material, because that almost looks like it'd be deep slate or basalt or something, and then the bottom row there really looks a lot more like one of the smooth stone slabs or even an andesite, a polished andesite slab. And this once again goes back to Elden Ring as a chief source of inspiration for my build style this season. A lot of the environments you have in Elden Ring have these houses, these structures around to give the impression that there are, you know, dwellings there, but you don't go into many of them. So I've decided that I'll probably just block up the doors of these, and maybe we'll have an interior on some of them, because I decided to leave a button detail right there, and if you can shoot that with an arrow, maybe some kind of hidden door opens in one of these, and that either uncovers some loot or an interior you could actually go into and visit. Especially from up here, you can kind of see down into the windows, which are just tinted glass to make it look like the interior is completely dark, and I've got some stone and some copper behind there to try and indicate that there is something behind there. Maybe even I could add a couple of details on the inside and make it look like there's an interior, but it's not an interior I intend to use. And last of all, this little squat thing on the end is probably going to be doubled up on this side as well, so they're going to look quite similar, and I want to have some sort of statues on either side, but statues are a really difficult thing to build. Like, the one thing that I built over there already took a lot of designing, and these I have a very specific idea for that I'm not certain I'm going to be able to pull off right away, so we might have to do a bit more tinkering in creative before we can get those into a shape that I want them here in survival. But overall, I'm a lot happier, and we can use that museum roof style with those mansard roofs to make this area feel a little bit more architecturally coherent. And now, finally, we start to have a few details of things that people can see as they walk across the Great Bridge towards my empire. But I have a lot more decoration to do in this room, and once again, there are a couple of cheeky blocks down here which haven't even started aging yet, or have only just started aging. So I'm going to do a bit of work decorating this room so that I can just hang around with it and let it age a little bit more. But for now, that's where we're going to leave this episode of Empires SMP. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, once again, a few more interactions with the Hermits, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of cool stuff that we'll end up doing with them in the near future. But that's it from me. My name has been Pixlriffs. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you folks soon. Take care. Bye for now.